gentlemen, I am Lieutenant Colonel Ravindra Singh, the Secretary General of BCIC. On behalf of the OB, I extend a very hearty welcome to you all. I'll hand over this MC part of it to Ms. Janaki, who will be the MC for the day. Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you so much for being here. So first of all, let us all have a very big round of applause for all of us for making it happen today. So Jorada Chapale, Tili Bandiru Pratyobbrigu. First of all, a very warm welcome for all the dignitaries who are just seated here. Can we have a round of applause? Jorak Chapale Barli. Ella Gandiru ili Vedike Mumbagdalli Nelsiroರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ. So ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋಣ. We'll start with a beautiful evening. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome you all. This is a very important evening because this is 49th annual general meeting of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce. As BCIC continues its remarkable journey towards its Golden Jubilee, today's annual general meeting is an occasion to celebrate achievements, recognize excellence, and reaffirm our shared commitment towards strengthening Karnataka's industrial and economic landscape. To formally commence this evening's proceedings, we're going to start with welcoming all our dignitaries. So before that, let me introduce myself Janaki Narayan. I'll be host for your evening. So now, with a lot of pride and a lot of love, let us all welcome the dignitaries onto the stage. Now may I request and invite Mr. Prashant Gokhale, the President of BCIC, and along with CAK Ravi, the President-elect BCIC, to please kindly bring on stage distinguished Chief Guest Dr. S. Selvakumar, IAS, Principal Secretary, Command and Industries Department, Government of Karnataka. Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause to welcome them on the stage, please. Thank you, sir. So now I invite Dr. Prashant Reddy, Senior Vice President-elect BCIC, and Mr. Vinith Verma, immediate past President BCIC, to please bring on stage today's event's keynote speaker, Mr. F.R. Singh, Joint Managing Director, Sansera Engineer Limited. So can we have a huge round of applause? And also I invite our Secretary General, Lieutenant Colonel Ravi Singh, also onto the stage to please join us. So ladies and gentlemen, now with a round of applause, we have all the dignitaries on the stage. Let's all welcome them. Thank you so much from your busiest schedule. You have given this time for us. So now, it's very important, right? When we are in Karnataka, when we are especially in Bengaluru, it's very important that we start this evening with Nadagite. So I request all of you to please stand up and pay attention and respect for Nadagite.
Love
Thank you so much everybody. So Kannada ಮಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಜೈಕಾರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ so ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮುಂದುವರಿಸೋಣ. So let us all continue with giving a lot of respect for Karnataka Mate. And ladies and gentlemen, before beginning any event, so according to our Indian tradition, we start with a very positive energy. So this positive energy comes from the lighting of the lamp. So lighting of the ceremonial lamp is cherished tradition that symbolizes wisdom, enlightenment, and the triumph of knowledge over ignorance. It marks an auspicious beginning and reflects our collective aspiration for progress, prosperity, and success. So now I may request our honorable chief guest along with the distinguished dignitaries on the dais to please participate in the ceremonial lighting of the lamp with a huge round of applause. Let's all invite them here onto the lighting. Let us all wish our evening gonna be most fruitful, successful. So this is the 49th annual general meeting, 25 and 26, ladies and gentlemen. We are starting with a lot of grace and a lot of blessings. Give a huge round of applause. ಜೋರಾದ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆ ಬರಲಿ. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ತುಂಬಾ ಅಚ್ಚುಕಟ್ಟಾಗಿ ನಡೀಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾರೈಸ್ತಾ ನಮ್ಮ dignitaries, thank you so much. So we request you all for a group picture please. Thank you so much all the dignitaries for doing the honors. We request you to please have your seat. And also ladies and gentlemen, today as we are celebrating 49th year, so it's not that easy, but we have a very strong pillars here on the stage. So let me introduce them to you. So now I'll be introducing, it's none other than Mr. Prashant Gokhale. So he has been an instrumental in strengthening BCIC's role as a leading industry body by fostering collaboration between government and industry, encouraging innovation and driving initiatives that support sustainable economic growth. His leadership continues to guide BCIC towards its vision of creating a globally competitive business ecosystem. So introducing him to you, so can we have a huge round of applause for him please. The next gentleman I'll be introducing it to you, a distinguished chartered accountant and an accomplished business leader, Mr. Ravi brings with him over 3 decades of professional experience across taxation, auditing, investment advisory and corporate consultancy. Through his active leadership within BCIC and several professional and social organizations, he continues to contribute meaningfully towards strengthening industry's engagement and fostering collaborative growth. So can we have a huge round of applause for him please. The next office bearer I'll be introducing to you, Dr. Prashant Reddy, a distinguished business leader with over 3 decades of experience across the manufacturing, real estate and infrastructure sectors. He has successfully led business transformations initiatives with a strong focus of sustainability, operational excellence and long-term value creation. So can we have a huge round of applause for him please. The next person I'll be introducing to you is Mr. Vinit Verma, a a distinguished business leader with extensive experience spanning hospitality, tourism, real estate, conventional management, and corporate leadership across some of the India's most respected organizations. Through his active engagement with industry bodies and business chambers, he has also contributed significantly to the advancement of tourism, hospitality, trade, and economic development while fostering collaboration between industry and government. So, can we have a huge round of applause for him, please? And now, so we have done welcoming all our dignitaries and chief guests and all of you, but it is very important that our office bearer will invite you specially. So ladies and gentlemen, now to deliver the welcome address, it's my pleasure to invite CAK Ravi sir, the President-elect of BCIC, with a huge round of applause for the welcome address. Can we have a round of applause, please? Welcome to you, sir.
Distinguished guests are all here. Mr. Selva Kumar, we have one of the leading chartered accountants and now an industrialist, Mr. F.R. Singhvi, my president, my vice president, the senior vice president, Mr. Reddy, our immediate past president, Mr. Vineet Verma, the secretary general, and all my member colleagues here. It is my privilege and honor to extend a very warm welcome to each one of you to the 49th annual general meeting of the Bangalore Chamber of Industries and Commerce. On this occasion, we are very happy to have with us very eminent personalities today. From the government side, as a speaker, as people who have achieved a lot in the society. In fact, our guest of honor, Dr. S. Selva Kumar IAS, who is the Additional Chief Secretary, Commerce and Industries Department, Government of Karnataka, has been one of our I would say vocal supporter to BCIC. In fact, whenever we have approached him for any help, I think he has been very, very kind, and I think I've seen a lot of IAS officers, but he's one very different, very simple, and very, I would say, down to earth. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming. Mr. F.R. Singhvi, our keynote speaker again, is a very good friend of mine, and his father was a chartered accountant like my father. He's a chartered accountant like me, but he was very smart. He got into the industry, aviation industry. He could have that vision about maybe 20 years back. And today, I would say his company is one of the leading aviation company in Bangalore, listed company called Sansera. Sir, thank you very much for having come here today and give a keynote address. We also have His Excellency Mr. Hiroshi Nawata, the Consulate General of Japan, Bangalore. Sir, thank you very much for coming. And I can tell you one thing, BCIC has got one office in Tokyo, and that Tokyo office is because of the excellent cooperation of the consulate in Bangalore and as well as JETRO. In fact, when our 18-member delegation went to Osaka for the Osaka Expo as well as signing the MOU with the Osaka governor, Osaka government, they gave us the visas in 2 days. That was the type of, they took care. Sir, thank you very much. You have always been very nice to us, and one of the, I always remember one thing, the previous consul general used to say, Mr. Ravi, it's very nice, you're the chairman of international business. We signed MOUs so many times. We signed with the government, we signed with other organizations, but after that, follow-up is lacking. Sir, we made it a point, after signing the Osaka MOU, we had had about 4 to 5 meetings in the last 6 months. I think that is one great achievement, and we continue to see that the relationship is continued, and it is also the benefit passes on to our members. And we also have Mr. Chandraya, British Deputy High Commissioner to Karnataka and Kerala. So he's our own person, and he has also addressed our members in the past, and I'm sure with the signing of the free FTA with UK. I think there are a lot of opportunities for our members to do business with the UK. We also have, I would like to welcome the awardees, Padma Shri Dr. Shubha Venkatesh Iyengar, Distinguished Aerospace Scientist, CSR, National Aerospace Laboratory. I think I won't say much, but to just say that whatever she's achieved is something great, ma'am, and like the Indian Jugaad, always at a very, I would say, 1/10 of the cost. And then we also have Mr. Padma Shri Dr. Kadirvalli Dudekula, Indian food scientist and agriculture expert. He is also called the Millet Man of India. I did say him. Sir, please come in the front, sir. We want you in the front. One of the specialities of this person is he was in the Indian Institute of Science. He is a scientist. Later on got into agri, and he is a millet man of India, and a lot of diabetics who follow his method have been very, very successful. Sir, because of your making millet popular, the cost of millet has gone to 150 rupees. Rice is much cheaper, 50%. Anyway, but it's good for the health, that's very important. And then we also have the distinguished army veteran and Major General R.K. Suresh Shaurya Chakra. Sir, welcome to you, sir. And last but not the least, we have Dr. B.S. Srinath, Senior Surgical Oncologist, Sri Shankara Cancer Hospital and Research Center. One of the, I would say, hospital which does more service than doing commercial business, treating hospital as a business. I think he has done a yeoman service, and I'm very impressed. When I met him, I was, the way at this age he is able to attend thousands of cancer patients and give a solution. I think, sir, it's a great achievement you have done, sir. I also recognize a number of dignitaries over here. I recognize the presence of Mr. Parthasarthi, IFS, Indian Foreign Service, former ambassador to the United States and also Korea. Sir, welcome, sir. I don't know whether we have Mrs. Uma Reddy here, President of FKCCI. I think she might be on the way. And I think we also have some of the office bearers of Laghu Udyog Bharati, VCAT, from the Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association. Can you rise up? And I also have some of the industry associations who have all come here to grace this occasion. Your august presence today reflects our continued commitment to the Chamber and to our shared vision of promoting industry, commerce, innovation and sustainable economic growth. I extend a special welcome to all our distinguished guests, senior members and all those who have joined us for this important occasion. Today's annual general meeting provides us with an opportunity to reflect on our achievements, acknowledge the dedication of our members and chart the course for the future. The strength of BCIC has always been its vibrant membership, collaborative spirit and unwavering commitment to excellence. I am deeply grateful for the confidence reposed on me as the President of BCIC for the Golden Jubilee year. I look forward to working very closely with all our members, the Managing Committee and our past presidents and the dedicated Secretariat to further strengthen BCIC's position as a leading voice of the industry. Together, we shall continue to promote innovation, competitiveness, sustainability and inclusive growth while creating greater value for our members. I take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation to all our outgoing President, Mr. Prashant Gokhale, and the entire Managing Committee for their exemplary leadership and tireless efforts during the past year. Their contributions have laid a strong foundation upon which we will continue to build. With these words, I once again extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this 49th Annual General Meeting of BCIC. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. First of all, congratulations on you being the president-elect of BCIC. So can we all give a huge round of applause and congratulate him, please? And thank you for the very warm words of welcome you have done, for setting tone for the evening. So ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the presidential address. So now it's my pleasure to invite, it's none other than Mr. Prashant Gokhale with a huge round of applause, the President of the Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, to deliver the presidential address titled BCIC This Year at a Glance. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting you him, can we have a huge round of applause and let's welcome him for a presidential address.
Good evening. I will not try to read, but I will try to talk. That is what is important. Ravi has mentioned about the distinguished guest on the dais and the great achievers and our supporters from Japan, UK and industry across. We are into 50th year and I had the privilege to lead this organization in 49th year. And there were many here sitting, maybe some are maybe shadowing behind, but there were many over here who brought me into this. Not only as a member, because I became a member because I work for a company, Bueller, and Bueller is quite old member of BCIC. So that I got the member with BCIC because where I work. But then there are few people sitting over here who brought me to this, and I would say the credit, I would definitely use a positive word, credit goes to Shekhar, who really brought me into this few years ago, and he made me over here when we talk about 49th year. We are into 50th year. So what has happened over last 49 years? The past presidents, the founders, the members, the patron members, all of you made this chamber where we are today. We have approximately 850 to 900 members in Karnataka and outside. It starts with the startups and it goes to the large organizations who represent in Bangalore. There are large organizations. I don't want to take a name because if I take a name, then I don't take a second name, so that I don't do. But there are large organizations. From startup to the large organizations is our member base. We have 24 expert committees. And it is not just the number of expert committees and showing that what we have done and making a big green tick of the year. That is not the point. Point is that what we are doing. Each one of them, the expert committee chair, co-chair, are eminent leaders from those domain fields. And this is not their primary job or primary responsibility. Each one of them do this in addition to what they are already doing into their professional job. And this is what the chamber brings it in for all of us. This year, our expert committees, all 24 expert committees, delivered more than 160 programs in a year. They were hybrid. Some of them were virtual and many of them were physical. I remember how many times we were here in the same place for the event. So it shows that how this expert committee bring all of us together and share the knowledge and domain expertise within our members. And that's the beauty of this chamber. First, stakeholders are members. Then Ravi mentioned about the delegation to Japan. And I would say that many things happened for the first time, and this also happened for the first time in the second month of I took over in July, same 3rd July, today is 4th. Last year, 3rd July, we had the annual general meeting. I took over on 3rd July. We had the first management committee meeting was in July end. And that time it was brought to our thing that there is a Osaka exhibition is happening. And there is a delegation happening from Karnataka government. You will also lead that delegation with our industry minister. And we said we will also make our presence felt over there. And there was only 1 month. And practically I was thinking it is not possible. But I tell you the team what we have it over here, they made it absolutely impossible to possible. And there was almost 18-20 member delegation went to Japan. And not only delegation went to Japan, it was signed the MOU with the Osaka city governor. And Ravi mentioned that it is not just the signing of a MOU is again a green tick in our box and say, oh, we have signed 5 MOUs in a year. That's not the point. What do we do next? And there are many interactions have happened. Even we promised to the Council General that we will have a dedicated resource for this. Because this is important. If you have to do something, you have to focus. And we did that. And today I say that the interactions what we do with the Japan industries, Japanese government, SMRJ is phenomenal. It has taken to a shape what it was there over the years. Now it has gone to the next level. And we continue to do that. Then we signed again MOUs with another 2 or 3 eminent institutes with a clear purpose of MSME, increasing the knowledge of our own industry or our own partners. One was IIID, one was Griha, one was Nain Foundation, and so on. So these MOUs are again not just we want to just tick a box. We have to see that what do we do over there and how do we really give value to our members, because eventually we have to give value to our stakeholders. And members are our biggest stakeholders. They put the money in terms of membership, and it's not only they expect, they contribute. And that's the beauty of this chamber. It's not only that I put a money and say, now I sit and say what I get out of it. Everybody tries to contribute, and that is the reason we see it just become a cascading effect. We also improved on our financials. It is not the job of increasing the money, but eventually you require the solid foundation of financials over the year, which takes the chamber to the next level. We increased our outreach to the government. Dear friend with Dr. Selva Kumar, I tell you, any moment you want it, just give a call and he will give the appointment. And that's the support he and his team has given us to us. I would also like to take the name of Gunjan Krishnan. Now she is not here, she has moved to Delhi, but she has contributed a lot along with you. So it is, I would say, the doors of this government was always open for us, because they are our another stakeholders. What do we do together with them? Are we really be there when some of the policies have been discussed, or sometimes the policies have been not implemented but been said, and then there is a voice heard, and always they were open, receptive to hear the voice from industry. And this will continue, and we have done it for so many years. Even I have seen it when the union budgets have been presented, there is something given from BCIC, from the experts sitting over here, which is part of the union budget. And that's the importance of this chamber, and this is what we are all proud and glad what our chamber is doing, not only for our members, but the next stakeholders, which is the government. This year we had few awards. Again, making awards, taking pictures, putting the photos in newspaper is not the intention of doing this. Awards is mainly to encourage areas. We continue to encourage the areas into environment, health and safety. Then into the agri and food. For the first time we did, I think 15 days ago in the same place, was fantastic. And again, it is not that just the award means again you have so many people and you feel good. But what do we do to the industry? Because today we talked about the agro industry, we talked about the food industry, we talked about the AI, what do we do there? And just we realized it, half a day event is not enough. First we thought that half a day is good enough, but then we realized half a day is not good enough. That shows that what each one of you, each one of us bring the value onto the table. Third, and not last but not least, the manufacturing. Out of 850 members, I would say 50-60% members or even more are manufacturing industries. Small scale industries, medium scale, large scale. So manufacturing committee is, I would say, one of the fastest acquiring in terms of number of events what we do. How do we get more and more outreach to our members? We were talking about a sustainability in MSME, and when we talk about sustainability in MSME, first thing comes in, it is a cost to me. But our team have turned that around from cost to the value. Sustainability is not the additional cost. Sustainability is that what you are adding value to your product, and you are adding value to your environment, and you are adding value to your supply chain. And that's the pivotal thing our association is doing. Not just saying that, oh, sustainability means you have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this is a cost attached to it. That's not the point. Point is that how do you add value because you are doing something to your own product, make a differentiation for your own industry, and you contribute to the environment which is all of us, we are living into it. So this is the value the chamber is adding. I want to just make a point that it is not something we just
We just want to do something, take a picture and put it into a newspaper or maybe sign a MOU, and then we say that, oh, we have done a great job. That is just the start, it's a good start, but then the job is there, how do we do that? And again, let me confess, we are not yet successful in all the areas. There are many areas we have to do work, and this is what the beauty happens from one year to the next year. And this is exactly what we do it from the previous year to this year, from this year to next year. And that keeps us more energetic. The efforts what our past presidents have done, phenomenal. 49 years, I would say 48 because 49th is me, but 48 past presidents over here, they built this chamber. And we had the privilege to go through the annual reports to generate some document in the 50th year. And then you see that what amazing efforts our past presidents have done for this chamber. And again, each one of them, it was not the primary job for them. It was in addition to what they were already doing, and these were these type of people. And they did that. And that's the beauty of this chamber, and it is not that untiringly everybody work towards it. It is not that, I got opportunity in a chamber, another 1 year, I have used to. Nobody does like this. Everybody contributes and see that what do I do different, how do I collaborate, how do I do networking together, how do I take this, not only chamber, but how do I add value to our members. And that is untiring job, we do it. And last but not least, we have a fantastic secretariat. It is not office bearers, it is not the president, it is not the past presidents who run this chamber. We come and go. I am going today as a president, but secretariat stays, and they do wonderful job. Wonderful job. And I know what happens when we arrange the events, when we do such things. Even I have seen it, the event, when we do the golf event, something different. They just be there up to 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, and 7 o'clock the first shot is played. Am I right? It is called same. The first shot is played in the morning, 6 o'clock or 6:30, and it happens flawless. How many times this year we have engaged with the press? Not necessarily the press release or press conference, but releases. How many times our organization or our institute or our chamber has gone into making those white papers? We have released Synergy, which is the informative magazine, once in 2 months. Am I right, Rajiv? Once in 2 months now. This year we have done it, and this is the absolute informative magazine. We have done many white papers along with the members, some of them with the institutions, some of them with the industries. All intention is to how do we add value to our stakeholders, and that remains the topmost motto for us, all of us. And we are in the 50th year. We now got the president who is in 50th year. So all of us will support him, all of us will work towards it. But because this is our chamber, 50 years we have done, and I am sure we will another 50 years we'll see soon in this chamber. So thank you very much again for being over here and supporting the chamber, and looking forward to working with each one of you in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us an overview of the achievements and also the future vision of BCIC. And also, can we all give a huge round of applause for being a wonderful president for 49th president here, sir. So thank you so much for the wonderful work. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time for the most special segment, which is we are waiting for since morning. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please get ready. Today, we are marking the day. The Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce taking this immense pride in recognizing excellence across diverse fields. This evening, we have the privilege of honoring 4 exceptional personalities whose dedication, innovation, and service have inspired countless lives and brought immense pride to our nation. May I request you all to please join me in welcoming our first distinguished personality to be honored. So ladies and gentlemen, our first distinguished personality this evening is a visionary food scientist, agricultural expert, and a researcher whose pioneering work has transformed the way we look at food, health, and sustainable agriculture. Through decades of dedication research, Dr. Kader Valli Nurikilla has championed the revival of traditional Indian grains, widely known as Sri Anna or millet-based nutrition. His work has empowered farmers' communities, encouraged sustainable agricultural practices, and inspired millions of embrace healthier lifestyles through indigenous food systems. In recognition of his extraordinary contribution to food science, nutrition, and sustainability agriculture, the Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce is privileged to honor Dr. Kadir Wali. Can we have a huge round of applause for Padma Shri Dr. Kadir Wali Dudikula, the food scientist and agricultural expert, the millet man of India, who has honored with the Padma Shri on 5th of April 2023 during the 74th Republic Day honors. It is our absolute pleasure to have you here, sir. It's our pride to felicitate you, the millet man of India, on our very special occasion. For the amount of dedication and passion he has put for the nation, we can clap continuously for a minute. Come on, everybody. One man, one vision, one passion can change many lives, many mindsets, and many lifestyles. And he's one of the examples, ladies and gentlemen, we are having here on this special occasion. ನಮ್ಮ ಈ BCICಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಮಾತು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾಗಿ ವಿನಂತಿ. So we request you to please have few words with all of us. It's our absolute pride, and can we have a huge round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to you.
Such a pleasure that I am here in this chamber. Thank you for inviting me here and felicitating me. How do I start? I'll not take more time, 5 to 6 minutes. I don't want to disturb you people. We, in the name of science and technology, have gone too far from nature, and we have become a consuming culture. It's high time the human race learnt conserving. We are now in an era of economic mindset. I guess we are at crossroads to, if not slowly, little hastily, because we already are in a state where we might have missed the bus. So I hope I'm trying to communicate to you the exact position where human race is sitting. We need to recognize that ecological sustainability is the only sustainability that the human race has to deal with. And there is no option other than we all put our minds and start the planet to survive. And I don't want to dwell into the future, that with the so-called artificial intelligence. We have been consuming the natural resources. I don't care about anything else. You can have wars, you can do whatever you want. But then if we consume natural resources for your activities on this planet, there will be no human race left. The reproductive fertility ratios have come down all throughout the nations, including India, because India has also forgotten the conserving culture as of now. So let's all think, this is my sincere suggestion, let's think to lift our human souls towards conserving culture, ecological sustainability, and future life forms to survive on this planet. We have already devastated the biodiversity of this planet, almost 60% of it. So can we get back is the question, and that's what made me to be different. And I do not work for any organization, I work independently, and I believe we have found some solution. The least consuming nature is growing millets. They replenish the lost soil, especially the top 4-5 inch soil, without which we cannot grow big trees. So we need to sustain the soil, the 4-5 inch, and that can be done by C4 grasses that can hold the top soil, which actually can solve many of the present day planet's problem, like floods, landmass traveling from one place to other. All these things can be stopped if only we grow millets. And we have had completely no millet on this planet till recently. Only now India is reaching up to 29 million tons. So the artificial food, 133 lakh tons, India alone grows, consuming per kg 8,000 liters of water. And so this is the damage we have caused the way we are eating. So we need to shift immediately towards millets. Millets are the grains that can reverse all the diseases on this human planet, including type 1 diabetes, which the experts claim it is impossible because we are being fed wrong food. As simple as that. I don't want to go more into details. So high time human race contemplated, shifted to conserving the natural resources and continue to exist into the future. Already Japan, sorry to mention, its fertility rate has come to almost 1 or so. So that means in a matter of another 20 years, there will be no Japanese born. South Korea, Italy, all these countries are already in that disastrous path. And India too is not very behind. We are treading the same path. So let's walk towards nature and we will be sustainable. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So even your words was very inspiring, so more power to you. So to do a lot of work like this, so can we have a very, very, very big round of applause for this gentleman, please? Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the next one, because our next distinguished personality has dedicated her life to advancing India's aerospace capabilities through innovation, scientific excellence and indigenous technology. Our recipient of the prestigious Padma Shri Dr. Shubha Venkatesh Iyengar is one of the India's most accomplished aerospace scientists. Her pioneering contribution to the development of Drishti, India's first indigenous runway visibility system, has significantly enhanced aviation safety and strengthened the nation's technological self-reliance. Her work at CSIR National Aerospace Laboratories has inspired generation of researchers while making an enduring contribution to India's aerospace research and development. In recognition of her exceptional contribution to science and engineering, BCIC is honored to felicitate Padma Shri Dr. Shubha Venkatesh Iyengar. So ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause everybody.
The architect of safer flight, Dr. Shubha Venkatesh Iyengar, Padma Shri 2026. Known as the one who built India's advanced visibility system, Dr. Shubha was once a child who always wanted to find the unseen.
I was always interested in science. It gave me a lot of encouragement to find out new things about what is happening. So I decided to take science and then did a lot of things which could satisfy my scientific knowledge.
She was the youngest of 9 siblings, but even then, she knew enough to help her elder brother with his engineering notes. For her, science was always pure instinct. She was a rank holder and topper all through her education, because of which she even earned a CSIR fellowship without so much as an exam or even an interview. Her PhD work in material science and the development of cost-effective thermophysical instruments was seminal. It enabled advanced research in establishing phase diagrams under high pressure and temperatures for many materials. In fact, 3 of her papers were also published by NASA in their official reports. Years later came the defining test. A crucial visibility system in India was facing problems, and she was given just 3 months. She introduced the Drishti Visibility Measuring System, an aviation weather observation system. It was extremely robust with a long operational life and was built at a fraction of global costs.
Earlier, whatever imported systems they had put it in many of the airports, it was all dual baseline system. 75 meters and 15 meters, there used to be 2 systems. But we made it in such a way it is only a 30-meter baseline system. We have a satisfaction that we have made something for the sake of the country.
Today, Drishti serves 171 airports and airbases, entirely made in India. It has saved the government crores and has enabled pilots to land safely even in extremely low visibility conditions. It is now recommended by the WMO as well as the ICAO to other countries and beyond aviation. Dr. Shubha's expertise has also been key in many critical national projects for the DRDO and DRDL, reflecting both the trust placed in her scientific judgment and the wider strategic value of her work. So it's no surprise then that recognition has come in the form of all kinds of academic and professional awards across a very illustrious career. And today she believes India can build so much more.
I would like to continue serving the country in whatever way it is required, making new systems and developing new techniques. I will always be willing to help the country in whatever way it is required.
Dr. Shubha Venkatesh Iyengar, Padma Shri 2026.
Now it's time to hear from her. So can we be honored? Ma'am, we'll be honored if you share a few words with us.
Good evening to all of you, all the dignitaries on the stage and in the audience, and also all the awardees who are sitting here. It's my pleasure to thank you all for giving me this honor. It's really nice of you people to call me and give me this. BCCI, I am grateful to you for doing this for me. As you already saw in the video, it was 46 years of my research career. I joined NAL after finishing MSc, since CSIR offered me a fellowship. Way back before the concept of Make in India, which was announced in 2014, 1976-77 itself, we have made many instruments for characterization of the materials, which are very expensive, and we did not have money. Everything has to be imported, but we made, and all these instruments have been given to, donated to Indian Academy of Sciences for teaching college teachers to get hands-on experience, and also for the students. This was all made long time back. It has been given to many universities like Ravi Engineering College, Bangalore University, Mysore University, National Institute of So many people we have given so that the students can get hands-on experience. Nothing was, it was very expensive those days. Way back in 76, it used to cost 50 to 60 lakhs, which was a huge amount of money compared to now. But we made it for very nominal 20 to 30,000 rupees and helped the country in whatever way it is possible. Thank you. So, of course, in 2005, we were asked to help DRDO, that is a Defense Research Development Laboratory in the Hyderabad. One of my senior person had taken the, scientist has taken the thing. Unfortunately, he was having lung cancer, and it was his deathbed wish that I should continue and help him finish that project for the DRDL for Agni missile program, which was not having some issues and was not reaching the target. So we made a very special material which could withstand 3000 degrees Kelvin temperature, and also the propellant, which was the fluid which was sent to eject the Agni missile was almost like 5 Mach, which is very, very high velocity. So we were successful, and it is being used now successfully. And a similar thing from 2005 to 2019, many things they wanted from DRDL, which are all embargo products, and we have done it. And in 2011, there was an issue of this particular system called visibility measuring system for airport operations. There were a lot of issues because the imported system means we don't know the technology. If something happens, it's a mandatory equipment as per the International Civil Aviation Organization and World Meteorological Organization. So every airport should have this system for pilots to take off and land, and for them to know what is the visibility they can see on the runway. They were importing, and it was very expensive, and not only that, if something goes wrong, nobody knew the technology, only the people who manufactured it have to come down, and then a lot of issues were there monetarily. So there was a request for us and for the director NAL that whether we can help, and in that way it was told that since I had the background of electronics, they asked me to go there. And then they gave me 3 months time to develop the system. It was put first in Indira Gandhi International Airport, and where only foreign aircrafts land like Airbus and Boeing. We were successful in making it, and then within 10 days, December 15th, 2011, we installed the system, and same year, December 26th, we got the International Class 1 certification, which is a mandatory thing to get the thing. Thank you. So then we made a partnership agreement with India Meteorological Department, who are maintaining these systems across all the airports. And then many systems are put now. Presently, 55 systems are working in 22 international airports. And in 2016, Tata Advanced Systems Limited had, at that time it was called Tata Power SCD. They had a very huge order from Ministry of Defense to modernization of Air Force infrastructure, which was a very thousands of crores project. They got it. At that time, I informed them in 2016 that 2015, there was a air show in Bangalore. At that time, I told them we have a system which is a mandatory thing. They said, no, in the tender, we have gone with the imported system from Australia. We can't change it now. But they faced a lot of problems, and they were not given the money also, in spite of the fact that they had done everything for the Indian Air Force air bases. There were issues. So what we did was they came to us, and they were losing heavily because money was not come to them from the Ministry of Defense. So we gave them the system, 22 systems we made. It's a multi-engineering product, this system, which requires knowledge base of almost all branches of engineering, including civil, mechanical, electrical, communication, software, and the heart of the system is the physics. So it is basically, all of you might have played when you were in, of course we also played that, we used to take a lens and focus the sunlight and then burn a paper, which used to be a game for us when we were young. And this basic principle we have used, and it has become very successful. Now airports, Indian Air Force air bases are having 120 systems in 40 airport air bases. So, thank you. So, thank you very much. Totally 175 systems are working. Other than that, many things connected with infrared detectors and other things also we did, and even for a satellite program, we have done very crucial components which can withstand very high temperature, and supported the country in whatever way it's possible. There is a small video of around 4 to 5 minutes. If you people are interested, this was taken way back in 2018 by the then Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Harshavardhan, who sent a team from Delhi. At that time, we were making manufacturing in our lab only, all the 101 systems, but presently it has come to 175 systems working in all the Air Force air bases, and our system aided even in Operation Sindoor and surgical strike and other things. A small satisfaction that, thank you very much for the appreciation. It's just, I feel that this country has given us everything, food, shelter and whatnot, and it is our duty to help the country in whatever way it is possible. And thank you. In any way I can help anyone regarding this without expecting any either financial or this one, I am ready to do it for the sake of people. Thank you very much for giving me this.
It was an absolute honor, because those were the days where women used to barely study because they were not able to get the opportunity to study. And we have women who got Padma Shri. So I think we are very much honored to have you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving your time and sharing your words. And that was the clip where we have got this honored person, honored with the Padma Shri. So thank you so much once again. So let's move on to the next dignitary we'll be welcoming here. It is our privilege to honor a decorated officer of an Indian Army whose distinguished military career stands as a shining example of courage, leadership and selfless service to the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, give a huge round of applause to Major General Rakesh Suresh. Has a distinct privilege of being honored twice with the Shaurya Chakra for his exceptional bravery, where he was grievously injured while fighting terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir, and the Sena Medal for his distinguished service to the nation. He has served the nation with exemplary dedication through several prestigious command, operational and institutional appointments. His outstanding leadership, unwavering commitment to duty, and distinguished service continue to inspire generations of officers and citizens alike. A Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce is proud to felicitate Major General R.K. Suresh, Shaurya Chakra and Bar Sena Medal for his extraordinary service to the nation. So I request the office bearers to please do the honors. So now we have one of the person who has been guarding us. We are sleeping peacefully at our home because of these people. And we have one of them. So it is an honor to have you, sir. Thank you so much for coming here to inspire us more. I request our Major General R.K. Suresh to please address the gathering.
Mr. Gokhale, President, Mr. Ravi, President-elect, distinguished guests, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to all of you. I'm honored and humbled actually by this warmth of the felicitations tonight. It's actually reflective, the felicitations as such, it's reflective of a deep bond between the society and the forces in our shared commitment to the growth, safety, and I think the welfare of the country. My deepest gratitude to the chambers for the award. And also that too coming from a community which actually stands for everything that is about industry, innovation, entrepreneurism. I think I'm honored. Thank you so much for your services. You're actually the wheels of the progress of this country. 35 years on the line, I've had an enjoyable and a very memorable time in the armed forces. Hailing myself from a family of military traditions, for me it was very natural to get into an active way of life. I did choose to join the infantry for its rigor, the challenges, and of course the attendant opportunities there too. And true to those aspirations, like almost a self-fulfilling prophecy, the very physicality that you assign to a military profession, it all unfolded onto me in the most grueling manner, whether it was circumstances or terrain, so to say. Early in the 90s, our northern mountainous frontiers was almost like the Wild West. So we were dueling with the Western adversary almost on a daily basis, very routinely. The intensity guided by the provocations and of course the response by free will and the resolve of engaging parties. This was also the time when Kashmir was witnessing a mass exodus of Kashmiri Pandits on account of atrocities perpetrated by secessionist elements. So that was the time when one found oneself, I was pushed into the deep end of the pool in leadership, in command of troops. And I dare say that this particular pool certainly became that furnace of responsibility and accountability that actually molded our character and personality. I was pretty fortunate to have experienced a whole lot of combat all through life. I've been in and out of it, commanding troops, whether it was Kashmir, Punjab, the line of control, or Kargil. And the senior ranks, of course, participated in a planning process in Op Sindoor. All said, I've thoroughly enjoyed the idea of command, particularly the leadership aspects in duress and in adversity. I believe it brings out the best in all of us, brings out the best in the person. Later, as you thank you. As you do rise up in service, rank, that physicality of the service transcends more towards the intellectual rigor, whether it is a professional military education, a civil education, or higher appointments, endeavoring policy or decision. I was also fortunate to have participated in the operationalization of the Prithvi and the Agni missiles early in 2002 and 2003. And of course, other policy aspects of engagement. Today, we are in a little bit of trying times. Disruptive as the environment is, it has actually challenged all the assumptions that we carried of the precepts of warfare. It has transformed the very nature and character of war. The old models, what we had of supremacy and of balance of power, they have slowly given way to the idea of the balance of cause. So the strategy is no more determined by those specific elements of military balance, but more by the interaction between power, cause, incentives, and of course the political constraints. And this is something today, the big powers as well as the small powers are pretty much knowledgeable of the aspects of what I would call it as strategic cost inversion. That's a certain dynamic which we are seeing actually panning out in all of West Asia. So what we see, what are these conflicts actually, what are they telling us? There is something very consequential which is happening out there. We are in a time of precise mass in warfare. So when you do look at a certain military architecture, besides all that good material, we also have, the winning side would like to have a lot of cheaper autonomous systems integrated by AI in decision making with a robust communication system, censored along with certain cyber tools and all operating together. Now, that kind of an architecture also comes at a premium and a caveat, which is of a sovereignty, a control. And in line with all our present strategic realities, I think today the government rightly, in fact, not just today, it's been on for a while, we are aspiring for a certain self-reliance in certain defense sector, not just in the products, but also at the component level. And I'm very glad to say, having seen a little bit of the tech startup ecosystem, these people are punching way above your weight. That's, I'm specifically talking about the industry sitting in front of me. Doing exceedingly well in areas of critical technology, AI, robotics, and over the next 10 years, I think the industry is just out there ripe for the picking. All I'd just leave you with is two thoughts. A, the armed forces are looking at optimizing their own operational capabilities, making them more effective. Any technology that assists them do that is the one which would be the one that gets picked up, and not the other way around. And B, it's the aspect of the process. So today we have this Society of Indian Defense Manufacturers, which actually guides people, industry, in the manner in which to get into this particular defense ecosystem. But I see no reason as to why BCIC can not develop its own vertical to support the industry out here. And there's a lot which is happening out there. We are aware that there is a very restrictive environment of compliances, of long procurement cycles, and all that, which actually, people have actually broken through that glass ceiling. There are about 670 startups, MSMEs, and individual innovators which have made the cut in the defense systems, in the defense ecosystem. So here's wishing you all the very best. Thank you once again for this award. And here's wishing you fair winds in your sales and strong hands at your hand. Thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you, sir. And he's one of the example of an absolute selflessness and patriotism. So thank you so much for showing and inspiring millions of people. So thanks so much, and let's move on to the next person we'll be inviting here on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Our distinguished personality this evening is an eminent surgical oncologist, healthcare leader, and a philanthropist whose life's work has transformed cancer care and touched thousands of lives. For more than 5 decades, Dr. B.S. Srinath has been at the forefront of advancing affordable, compassionate, and world-class cancer treatment as the managing trustee of the Sri Shankara Cancer Foundation and the head of institution at the Sri Shankara Cancer Hospital and Research Center in the Bengaluru and Bhubaneswar. He has dedicated himself to expanding access to healthcare and promoting cancer research and mentoring future generation of medical professionals. Dr. Srinath is also a Can we have a huge round of applause? Come on, we have the felicitation going on. Dr. Srinath is also a recipient of the prestigious Karnataka State Rajyotsava Award in recognition of his outstanding contribution to healthcare and society. BCIC is privileged to honor Dr. B.S. Srinath sir. Cancer was considered to be one of the, even now, it's considered to be one of the deadliest diseases, but one of the most expensive, but he made it available for everybody. Thank you, sir, for inspiring millions again, and it's an honor to have you, sir. We request you to please address the gathering. Thank you.
Mr. Prashant Gokhale, the President of BCIC, Shri Ravi, the President-elect, today's chief guest, Dr. Selva Kumar, distinguished office bearers of BCIC, invited distinguished guests, my fellow awardees, friends. I sincerely express my gratitude for this honor of inviting me here to be with you this evening. I accept this honor with great humility on behalf of more than 1,650 colleagues of mine and staff members working in the 2 cancer hospitals, both in Bangalore and Bhubaneswar. Treating cancer patients is an arduous task. It's physically challenging, emotionally draining, and it also takes long time for all the people. Cancer incidence in our country is increasing year on year. Every year now, more than 16 lakh people get afflicted with cancer, and unfortunately, more than 11 lakhs of them will die. What it actually reflects is that the success rate in the treatment of cancer is not very great. It is the same all over the world, but more so in our country because of various inherent problems that the country possesses. More than 60% of cancer patients are detected in stage 3 and 4, and as you know, as the disease advances, the treatment becomes more arduous, expensive, painful, and yet the cure rates diminish. That is what we are actually seeing in our country. Shankara Cancer Foundation and the Cancer Hospital is 13-year-old. During these 13 years, we have treated more than 1,20,000 cancer patients. And thank you. More recently, 2 years ago, we started a 750-bedded cancer hospital in eastern part of India, in Bhubaneswar, in the name of Bhakti Sri Shankara Cancer Hospital. It has 750 beds.
And it is really a boon to the eastern India where the medical services are scarce. In addition to all this treatment, as we see, I think the final solution does not lie in building more number of hospitals, but it lies in preventing cancer. I think every society member should realize that it is the self in him which actually prevents him from going to the doctor on time and getting the diagnosis in time so that it can be cured. There are multiple barriers why the humans delay seeking help, although they know that cancer is dangerous. We are, in a way, as a research project, studying the barriers why women do not want to undergo pap smear examination. 23% of Indian cancers, women cancers, are cervical cancer. Why women do not want to undergo a mammography? If you open your mouth in front of a mirror every day in the morning, you can see 23% of all cancers. It's all inside the oral cavity, lip and tongue. We brush our teeth every day. But why don't we actually recognize and allow it to grow and come to the doctor only when it is in stage 3? It beats our minds. There is something that is bothering in the doctors. Why do we see these patients so late? I think there is a lot more to do in this. We are working in Chintamani Taluk. We have adopted, and Gauribidanur, a population of 6.5 lakh people, are being studied on a daily basis. Our team of 24 members go to these villages, more than 400 villages. We examine every household member for evidence of precancerous conditions. We treat them, if there are any oral cancer in an early stage, we treat them with a laser machine inside our bus, which carries the laser machine. We have done more than 400 of them. And we also we do HPV examination and track those people women who are having HPV infection. And also we examine mammography for clinically possible lumps in the breast. Now this research work is going on for the last 3 years, and we have done 2 rounds already covering all the 6.5 lakh population. I think it will be a project for the next 15 years. And at least we need to see at least 15 years to see any significant visible change in the decrease in the incidence of cancer. Now we need to build the society to be self-responsible. We are trying to educate the women and the men in the villages to have their own associations, and also we are training the people in Chintamani and Gauribidanur to be their resource persons to identify, and we have treated more than 220 cancers patients free of cost in Shankara, just to ensure that cancer, if detected early, is curable and people should go to the hospitals in time. Now, this I think will be the focus in the years to come, because cancer treatment is expensive and it is not possible for everybody to get affordable cancer care in our country. As the years go by, cost of treatment will go up. Secondly, there is a lot more to do with the research. Translational research is something that is needed in our country. We have a research center where nearly 22 research scientists are working. We have published more than 200 international publications on basic research in cancer, which can be converted into clinical practice. And that is the second important thing that we are doing in our hospital. I think there is a lot more to do. what I can do is to invite any one of you to take up this task of doing in your own way, whatever best possible. Whenever you have spare time, think of cancer patients, do something for them. I think that will make the burden on the society more tolerable, and we will have more cancer patients smiling, more families having wealth, country not losing young people who could be their wealth for the nation. I once again thank the BCIC for inviting me here and all of you for your patient hearing. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. So as we all know, so all these 4 awardees what we had today, I think we have to give a standing ovation for all of them together, ladies and gentlemen. Please. All 4 of them. My God, give a hugest round of applause if possible. Absolute selflessness and responsibility towards the society only can make this happen. Thank you so much. I request all of you to please have your seat. To invite our chief guest, Dr. S. Selvakumar, IAS, Principal Secretary, Commerce and Industries Development, Government of Karnataka. Can we have a huge round of applause to welcome him here? Our distinguished IAS officer of Karnataka Care, Dr. Selvakumar has played a pivotal role in shaping the state's industrial and investment ecosystem. Through progressive policy initiatives and a strong focus on innovation-led development, he has been instrumental in promoting investments across manufacturing, aerospace, defense, and emerging technology sectors, further strengthening Karnataka's position as one of India's leading investment destinations. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have our chief guest, Dr. S. Selvakumar, IAS. Same, I would like to request and welcome to address the gathering, sir. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. The President, Mr. Prashant Gokhale, Mr. Ravi, Mr. Prashant Reddy, and all the distinguished committee members of the BCIC. It's my privilege to be here, to be in this august audience of the industrial ecosystem shapers of this country. I am privileged to be here in this annual general body meeting, wherein you are now stepping into the Golden Jubilee celebrations from tomorrow onwards. I wish Mr. Ravi all the best for his 1 year of grand success in celebrating Golden Jubilee. Friends, for nearly 5 decades, BCIC has served as a leading voice for Karnataka's industry, advancing policy dialogues, promoting trade and investment, and strengthening partnerships that have contributed significantly to the state's economic development. Karnataka's progress has always been driven by strong partnerships between government, industry, academia, and research institutions. This collaborative approach has enabled the state to emerge as one of India's leading centers for enterprise, technology, manufacturing, and scientific excellence. As we look ahead, sustaining this momentum will require continued partnership in investment in science, technology, entrepreneurship, and talent, ensuring that innovation remains central to Karnataka's long-term growth. Karnataka has built a strong knowledge-based economy anchored by world-class institutions such as Indian Institute of Science, InSTEM and C-Camp, a vibrant startup ecosystem, 875 plus global capability centers, and globally recognized companies including Infosys, Wipro, Flipkart, Biocon, and many. The state continues to strengthen its industrial base across biotechnology, life sciences, electronics, aerospace, advanced manufacturing, and digital technologies through progressive initiatives such as the industrial policy, biotechnology policy, and startup policy. Karnataka's strength lies not only in its knowledge base but in its ability to translate research and capabilities into industries, enterprises, and opportunities that drive employment, attract investment, and contribute to sustained economic growth. As industries evolve in a dynamic global environment, competitiveness will depend on productivity, cost efficiency, sustainability, and the ability to respond quickly to changing market conditions, including shifts in supply chains, digital transformation, and evolving regulatory requirements. Karnataka is strengthening its industrial capabilities by improving infrastructure, logistics, and ease of doing business through streamlined approvals and digital governance. The state is also encouraging sustainable industrial practices, including resource efficiency, renewable energy adoption, and circular economy approaches, helping industries reduce their environmental footprint while enhancing long-term competitiveness. Going forward, the government will continue to work closely with industry bodies such as BCIC to address emerging challenges, strengthen policy responsiveness, and create an enabling environment for investment, enterprise growth, and employment. Karnataka's success has been built on enterprise, knowledge, and collaboration. As we look ahead, these strengths will continue to shape the state's competitiveness and contribute meaningfully to India's development. As we progress towards becoming a trillion-dollar economy, our priority is to build an economy where research, enterprise, and industry reinforce one another by creating a resilient supply chain, globally competitive businesses, and quality employment across the state. I congratulate BCIC on convening its 49th annual general meeting and wish the chamber a continued success in advancing Karnataka's industrial, scientific, and economic progress. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Selvakumar. Yes, sir. So, and now we had a great talk, but now it's very, very important to move on to the next segment, because now we have the segment of this evening's program, the release of BCIC Annual Report 2025 and 2026, along with the latest editions of Synergy and eSynergy. So may I now request all our dignitaries on the dais to please kindly joining us here on the stage for the publications. So can we have a huge round of applause before we'll all start with the release? So ladies and gentlemen, BCIC's annual report captures another year of purposeful initiatives, industry engagement, and meaningful collaborations. Along with it, the latest editions of Synergy and eSynergy continue to showcase through leadership, emerging opportunities, and development across the business landscape. May I now request all of us to give a huge round of applause, please. The release of BCIC Annual Report 2025-2026, Synergy and eSynergy. And now finally it's here. We have all the dignitaries, our chief guests released. Thank you so much.
Sir, 1 second.
So one picture together. Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's move on to the next one. So now we're going to have our keynote address. So for that, we're going to have, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to invite our keynote speaker of the evening, Mr. F.R. Singhvi, Joint Managing Director of Sansera Engineering Limited. An accomplished entrepreneur, chartered accountant, and industry leader with over 3 decades of experience, Mr. Singhvi has been instrumental in building Sansera Engineering into a globally recognized precision engineering enterprise. Beyond business excellence, he has actively championed initiatives in healthcare, education, skill development and community welfare through Sansera Foundation and several philanthropic endeavors. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. F.R. Singhvi to please address the gathering.
Good evening. Mr. Prashant Gokhale, President BCIC and incoming President Ravi, Dr. Selva Kumar, other dignitaries, distinguished guests, members, ladies and gentlemen. To me, it's a homecoming. I have been part of BCIC, not just a member, but as a chartered accountant, I was heading a couple of committees over 1 decade. And so for me to get this invite to give a keynote address is a great honor, a privilege, and an opportunity that I didn't want to miss. Having been in industry, a profession, and then in industry, I've seen both sides of the coin. And before I could start, I know we have a great gentleman here, General, having the security of the country taken care of. And I would say you're all here are the people who take the internal security of the country taken care of. So congratulations to all of you. BCIC has played a very important role in Karnataka's industry journey by bringing together industry, government, and academia. And as Dr. Selva Kumar has said, Karnataka is one of the most leading states in promoting industry of all kinds, including the service industry. And it's a place that is attracted not only just because of the weather, but because of the kind of proactive leaders, particularly in the bureaucrats that we had. And I am a witness and a recipient of the industry environment in Karnataka being one of the best. So thank you, sir, and it's an honor for me to be here. I am here today to share my thoughts not only on Indian industry as it stands today, but more importantly, where it must go over the next 20 years. India has never been better positioned. Perhaps for the first time since independence, we have multiple favorable conditions, political stability in the state and in the country. We have one of the youngest forces in the world. Global companies are looking more at us and diversifying to different areas. China 1+1 strategy has become a reality, and Digital India is transforming the governance. And I can go on, but since the time does not permit me, I'm going to truncate my speech to a little extent. But in manufacturing will determine whether India becomes a developed nation. This is going forward. No country has become high-income economy without a strong manufacturing base. I would say service creates wealth, but manufacturing creates large-scale employment, export, innovation, and national security. If India wants to become a US 10 trillion economy in the next couple of years and become a developed nation thereafter, manufacturing must contribute much more than it does today. From 15%, we have to move to 25 to 30%. This is not just an economic necessity, it is a national imperative. Where we have done well, as Indian entrepreneurs, we have shown remarkable resilience. Our engineers compete with the very best in the world. Our MSMEs have developed extraordinary capabilities despite limited resources. Many Indian companies today manufacture products that are used in aircrafts, vehicles, EV manufacturing, space missions, power electric vehicles, and various medical technologies. We have demonstrated, I'm also part of this sector in automotive and aerospace, that we have demonstrated quality is no longer an Indian weakness. Let me tell you that Boeing has officially stated that Indian supplier has the best quality and delivery rating in 2025. Innovation is increasing. Design capabilities are improving. Global customers now trust Indian engineering. These are the achievements we should be proud of. But we must also be honest about our weakness. While we celebrate our achievements, we must also recognize where we continue to lag. Most of us still primarily depend on cost rather than technology. We remain dependent on imported capital equipment, electronics, semiconductor devices, and so many more. Our investment in research and product development remains pathetically low. Academia and industry still don't talk to each other in a big way. We are still insufficiently integrated. Many MSMEs possesses excellent manufacturing capabilities, but struggle in getting certification, testing facilities, certification, infrastructure, bank finance, and name it. Our logistic cost remains one of the most highest in the world. Regulatory approvals often consume unnecessary time and litigation. Skill development is still based on qualification rather than competencies. Most importantly, we continue to import technologies instead of having of our own, and this must change. The government has done quite a bit, be it Make in India, Digital India, infrastructure development. Like I said, Karnataka is also a leader in being a very progressive state in promoting industry. However, the next phase of growth requires different partnership of the government with the industry. Government should increasingly become an enabler rather than a regulator. They need to support us rather than being suspicious about us. And this makes a big difference because every law that is done, the procedures that are done, when it is done with suspicion, it creates a big lag for the industry, a big challenge for the government, and nothing changes as far as dishonesty is concerned, and honest people get affected. I am happy that Dr. Selvakumar is here, and I know that he understands this. He may not be able to do it. I wish Chief Minister was here. But this is something that is very, very important. Like I said, we are the internal security army, and we should also be equally respected and not looked at with suspicion. Investment in such India needs world-class common facilities where MSMEs can access expensive testing, certification, qualification. All these are very much necessary because no industry can afford it on its own. Investment in such national facilities is not an expenditure. It's a nation-building activity. We must also accelerate faster approvals, encourage risk capital for deep technology, strengthen university-industry partnership. Banking and finance is another critical enabler for us. No industrial transformation can happen without strong financial support system. India banking system has improved, but yet a long way to go. If we compare ourselves with China, one key difference stands out. Chinese industry has benefited from large patient capital. You can take a loan in China and don't pay for 10 years. And here you don't pay after 6 months you don't pay 2 installments, you're treated as defaulter. How will that encourage deep technologies, research, and all these activities? So we need capital for such kind of things that India has to look at seriously for long-term capability building. We must strengthen, develop financial institutions, deepen corporate bonds, and create mechanisms. But at the same time, it's not that India is not moving forward. Our startup ecosystem is now amongst the best and the largest in the world. Venture capital and private equities are coming in a big way. However, we must ensure that the capital flows to the core manufacturing and deep technology, not just digital platforms. Public esteem of companies have also increased significantly. It's a very positive development. It brings in transparency, governance, and access to capital. But we must also be cautious. Short-term market pressure should not discourage us from long-term investment in research, innovation, and capability building. We need a balanced ecosystem where banks, venture capital, private equity, and public markets together support sustainable industrial growth. I do acknowledge that next manufacturing revolution has already begun. Artificial intelligence will transform every factory. Digital twins will reduce development cycles dramatically. Robotics will become more intelligent. Autonomous manufacturing system will become common. Data will become as valuable as machines. And companies that fail to adopt AI will not merely become less competitive, they may become irrelevant. The question is no longer whether AIs will replace people, the real question is whether people using AI will replace those who do not. I'll take another 5 minutes. Aerospace, defense, and semiconductors offer a historic opportunity today to all of us. Going forward, this is going to be a real green sector. These sectors represent the future of advanced manufacturing. Aircraft contains millions of precision parts. Space mission demands absolute reliability. Semiconductors require extraordinary precision. These are industries where engineering excellence matters more than the low labor cost. And we are now being recognized by the global leaders for our excellence in engineering. India possesses engineering talent. Our objective should not be merely to import substitution, it should be global leadership. We should aspire to design, manufacture, certify, and export products that the world depends upon. Export must become a national mission. India's domestic market is important, but sustainable prosperity requires global competencies. Countries like Germany, South Korea, Japan are examples. So Indian companies must think globally from day one. Quality should become non-negotiable. Innovation must become continuous. Reliability must become a brand. Export should no longer be viewed as an opportunity. It should become a mindset. Industry has a responsibility too. We cannot expect government alone to solve every problem. Industry must invest more in technology and R&D. We must embrace sustainability. We must nurture startups. We must mentor MSMEs. We must work together rather than compete in isolation. More importantly, we must invest in people. Technology changes every few years. Human capability lasts for generations. And this is one area where industry fails miserably on paying of wages to the people, the marginalized people. I do know government has to also play a role that removing a person who does not produce is a nightmare. These two changes have to be done if India has to really progress well and become globally competitive. So my dream for India, ladies and gentlemen, I dream of India where our young engineers do not merely assemble products designed elsewhere. I dream of Indian companies owning global intellectual properties. And for that, our patent laws and the procedure has to change dramatically. I dream of aircrafts, drones, satellites, in which my company is involved with, and medical devices, semiconductors, proudly carrying the label, designed, engineered, and manufactured in India. That journey has begun, but the next decade will decide whether India will become a large market or a global industrial powerhouse. I have no doubt we possess the talent, we possess the entrepreneurship, we possess the ambition. What we now require is speed, collaboration, and execution. As I've often said, let's stop being order takers, let's become solution creators. We've had enough of slavery time spent, and we still continue to be behaving like slaves most of the time when it comes to global competencies. We see a white man and our whole attitude changes. And let's change that, and let's be the bosses. History will remember those who simply discuss the future. It will remember those who built it. And now I come to the last point. It's my personal reflection, which I think all of us have to share. Before I conclude, I have this personal thought. After 7 decades of life, both in profession and in industry, I find myself becoming less preoccupied with achievements and increasingly reflective about the legacy. These years have taught me many lessons. They have shown me the remarkable resilience of our people, the immense potential of our nation, and the extraordinary transformation that India has undergone, at least in the last 2 decades. They have also taught me that while economic progress is essential, it is just not enough. Many of us gathered here are blessed. Compared with the generation before us, we have had the privilege of building successful enterprises, creating wealth, and providing opportunities for our children and grandchildren that our parents could scarcely have imagined. But I often ask myself a more important question: what values are we leaving behind? When history remembers us, It will not only ask what we built or what we owned, it will also ask what we stood for. Will the next generation inherit from us greater honesty, greater integrity, greater loyalty, greater compassion, greater respect for one another, a stronger sense of responsibility towards society? Or they will inherit a society that is more divided, less trusting, with lower moral values than the one we ourselves inherited from our parents? These are not the questions for government alone. These are not questions for industry alone. These are questions every one of us, as parents, business leaders, professionals, public servants, and citizens. I certainly do not stand here before you as a guru or someone who has answers for these. These are questions I ask myself, because in the end, the greatest legacy we leave behind is not the wealth we create, the companies we build, or the position we hold. It's the values we pass on. If we can leave behind not only a prosperous nation, but also one that is more ethical, more compassionate, more united, and more trustworthy than the one we inherited, then we would truly have empowered not only industry but India itself. That, to me, ladies and gentlemen, would be the finest legacy any of us could leave behind and for the next to the next generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your insightful keynote address. Thank you so much for long love. And now I request our BCIC office bearers to please felicitate. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause for Mr. F.R. Singhvi, sir? Thank you, sir. I request all of you to please have your seat. Let's quickly move on to the next speaker we're going to invite here on the stage. So it is now Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Next, let's move on to the next speaker we're going to have here. It's now my pleasure to invite His Excellency Hiroshi Nawata-san, Consul General of Japan in Bengaluru, to address the gathering. With a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. His Excellency recently assumed office as the Consul General of Japan in Bengaluru. This is his first diplomatic assignment in India. He brings with him extensive experience in Japan's diplomatic service and looks forward to strengthening the long-lasting friendship and partnership between Japan and India through enhanced cooperation, access trade, investment, technology, and cultural exchange. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we can request Your Excellency Hiroshi Nawata-san to please come upon the stage to address the gathering.
It is my pleasure to join you all today as the BCIC marks the Golden Jubilee. I extend my sincere congratulations to BCIC on achieving all its services and achievements towards industry, enterprises, and development in Karnataka. Its establishment of a dedicated BCIC Japan office in Tokyo reflects to its commitment to making our two countries' ties stronger by providing market guidance, business facilitation, and connections industry with government. talking of our bilateral relations during the recent visit by Japanese Prime Minister to India this week for the 16th annual India-Japan Summit. Japan's Prime Minister Takaichi expressed her determination that Japan and India will join forces to help and shape the future of India, Japan, Asia region, and the international community. Then Prime Minister Modi expressed his welcome Japan's investments to India, and he also expressed his hope that our bilateral economic cooperation in the economic sphere will further strengthen our bilateral relations. With regard to transforming, the leaders also agreed to develop an ecosystem among industry, government, and academia to support Japanese companies entering into India market, particularly for those Japanese small and medium-sized enterprises and startups into India market. With regard to transforming their leaders' shared vision into concrete partnership and economic prosperity, I'm confident the organization like BCIC will play an indispensable role. We are looking forward to working more closely in this endeavor. Once again, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to BCIC for all the achievements. We are looking forward to working together to the future developments and prospect between our two countries and Karnataka. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request BCIC office bearers to please do the honoring. With a huge round of applause, let us all thank for your excellency, for your inspiring address, and for your continued efforts in strengthening the enduring partnership between Japan and India. Thank you, sir. So for the next address by guest of honor, so we're going to have Mr. Chandru Iyer. He's the British Deputy High Commissioner to Karnataka and Kerala and HM Deputy Trade Commissioner for Investment South Asia. With extensive experience in international business and trade, Mr. Iyer has played a key role in advancing the India-UK partnership by promoting strategic investment, fostering innovation, and strengthening collaboration, access technology, education, healthcare, and sustainable development. His efforts continue to enhance bilateral business opportunities and deepen economic engagement between UK and India. So ladies and gentlemen, with a huge round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Chandru Iyer onto the stage, please. So now we request you to please address the gathering, sir.
Thank you. A very good evening to all of you. Elorke namaskara. I think I'm standing between all the speeches and the networking and the drinks and the reception. So, but I will take time. Just kidding. But I think it's an absolute pleasure to be here with all of you this evening. A few congratulations are due. I think first of all to Team BCIC for doing some phenomenal work in terms of supporting the business climate for the city, for the state, and thus contributing to the economic growth of India. Well done, Team BCIC. Ably led by Prashant. You've done a great job, Prashant, over the year along with your team. Congratulations to you. And of course, hearty congratulations to the incoming President Ravi and the team. The 50th year, no pressure, but I think you got big shoes to fill and big promises to keep in terms of the legacy that you carry forward with your team. So hearty congratulations to you as well. And an absolute privilege to share the evening with the award winners. Hearty congratulations to all of you. You're all an inspiration, and especially the millet man of India. I think we have tried to get onto that millet bandwagon, sir. So I'll look forward to some more advice from you during the course of the evening today. So delighted to be with all of you here, and thank you for inviting me. As I said, congratulations to all of you, and delighted to note that BCIC is getting into the Golden Jubilee celebration. So hearty congratulations, not just for the office bearers, but for all the members. I think you all are an integral part of what Team BCIC is all about, and this year is going to be a phenomenal year, I'm sure. We at the British Deputy High Commission, we have had multiple interactions with BCIC over the years, and I very fondly remember last August we had an interaction with the team to discuss all things about the free trade agreement that has been signed between India and the UK, which is going to be a harbinger of growth for both the countries in terms of adding to the economic prosperities of both our great nations. So I think it's great that we had that session last year. So I'm delighted to share with all of you today, and please make a note of the date, that 15th of July, that's within 9 days from now, the India-UK Free Trade Agreement, which is also known as the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, will come to life. What that means? What that means is all the BCIC members, all businesses, entrepreneurs from this lovely city, from the state of Karnataka, can take advantage of the tariff reductions, the liberalization of tariff duties on almost 99% of Indian exports going to the UK today. So I'm stealing a word from Mr. Singhvi's speech where he said that export should become a way of life. So here is an opportunity for you to make export a way of your life by leveraging the advantages of the India-UK Free Trade Agreement, where, as I said, 99% of exports of products and services will either be duty exempt or the duty rates will be reduced significantly from what you might be paying as of today. What that means for Karnataka, what that means for Bangalore, of course, IT services, defense, aerospace, aviation, machinery, all those sectors are there. But, kind of products which Minister M.B. Patil talks about, Mysore sandal soap, is going to be easily accessible in London going forward. Chikmagaluru coffee is going to be easily accessible. Marine seafood products from Mangaluru. Davangere dosai, somebody might want to start setting up a shop of that. Jolad Roti Uta from Uttara Karnataka might be available now in London, and so far so on. So the list is endless in terms of the kind of opportunities that we have as part of the free trade agreement. And of course, in terms of textiles, in terms of leather products, in terms of gems and jewelries, the list is endless in terms of the sectors and subsectors that you can greatly benefit out of. So all the members in the audience today who are in these sectors and beyond, please make a note, as I said, of the date, which is 15th of July. Anybody making Channapatna toys, most welcome to take advantage of it and start selling it into the UK. So last 2 months of my stint here, so I've completed 4 years in Bangalore. It's been an opportunity of a lifetime for me. It's been a privilege and honor to be a person of Indian origin, to come back to Bangalore as a British diplomat. And over the last 4 years, I think when I look back, I think somebody spoke about the legacy that you want to leave behind. So in terms of the legacy that I look back when I look at my 4 years here, we see more Indian investments from here going to the UK, from Karnataka and from Bangalore. We've got more British investments coming into the city, a lot of GCCs being created. So I can take a small credit there for that kind of trade and investment inflow and outflow. We got British University setting up campuses here. So we got Liverpool campus opening this summer. We got the Lancaster University opening up next summer. Imperial College have set up a campus here. We got British schools coming here. We got Harrow School already here. We got the Royal Grammar School of Guildford coming next summer. We got King's Canterbury coming next summer. So we got schools here. We got colleges here. We got British businesses here. So for a typical Bangalore family today, I say that you can get the best of high quality British education and British opportunities without needing to leave the city. But of course, you want to leave the city and you want to go to the UK and enjoy and watch a cricket, watch the Wimbledon or Silverstone. So even there, we have made a change. So when I started my role 4 years ago, we had 7 flights a week from Bangalore to London. I'm pleased to say from the 1st of June, there are now 35 flights from Bangalore to London, direct flights. There are double Virgin Atlantic service, there's a double British Airways service and an Air India service. So more reasons for you to go to London, the best city in the world, from the Silicon Valley of India. So it's an absolute pleasure to be here with all of you this evening. Thank you for all your support over the last 4 years. Thank you to Team BCIC. And your time is now to take advantage of the FTA. It's been a pleasure. Karnataka and Bangalore, I will miss you. Thank you.
That's very, very sweet. Thank you, Mr. Iyer. Now I may request BCIC members to please honor our guest of honor. Can we have a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Chandru Iyer. He changed the entire vibe of this room, man. Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so today, as we are celebrating 49 years, and it's almost 5 decades, right? So it's a very special occasion. So now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for BCIC Vision, Golden Jubilee year. Ladies and gentlemen, as BCIC prepares to celebrate 5 decades of excellence in championing Karnataka's industry, this coming year marks the beginning of the significant new chapter in Chamber's journey. It is now absolute pleasure to invite CAK Ravi sir, President-elect, Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce. But before he addresses us, there is a very, very important information I have to give about him. CAK Ravi sir is a distinguished chartered accountant, law graduate, business leader and industry advocate with over 3 decades of experience in taxation, corporate advisory and international business and institutional leadership. A fellow member of Institution of Chartered Accountants of India, CAK Ravi is a senior partner of KR Kumar & Co. and CAK Ravi and Associates, Chartered Accountants, Bengaluru, and Director of VRE Biz Solutions Private Limited. Over the years, he has been an advisor on taxation, corporate advisory, regulatory compliance, FEMA and FCRA regulations, and India entry strategies of foreign companies. His practical approach, professional integrity, and strategical insight has earned his widespread respect across industry and professional circles. He has also served as President of Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association, past President of Rotary Bangalore Orchids, past Governor of the Institution of Internal Auditors, Bangalore chapter. He has also been associated with FICCI and PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry in their managing committee. He has served in BCIC as co-chair of Startup Committee and chairman of International Business Committee for last 5 years. As a chairman, he envisioned of the opening of BCIC office in Tokyo. He led an 15-member BCIC delegation of Osaka Expo 2025 Japan. He represented BCIC and signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) with the city of Osaka, representing by the Mayor of Osaka on September 10, 2025. The partnership aims to promote collaboration between MSMEs, encourage trade and investment, strengthen manufacturing partnership, and support startup exchanges between Karnataka and Osaka. As he leads BCIC in an Golden Jubilee year, he brings with him a clear vision, extensive experience, and an unwavering dedication at advancing the interests of industry. A worthy combination of dynamism, simplicity, and humility. He is a man with creative ideas and is enthusiastic to embrace with his new role. Widely represented as for his collaborative leadership, humility, and professional excellence, CAK Ravi continues to inspire confidence across the business community through his unwavering commitment in ethical leadership, institution building, and economical progress. So ladies and gentlemen, with the hugest round of applause and congratulating him, can we invite CAK Ravi, the President-elect Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, to address the gathering.
Good evening, friends. I think I'm between the dinner and you. I didn't give this biodata. I do not know where she got it. It is a privilege to welcome you all for this as BCIC celebrates a remarkable milestone, 50 years of serving Karnataka's industry in the Golden Jubilee year. I extend a special welcome to all our dignitaries. The government's vision for transforming Bangalore through world-class infrastructure, better connectivity, and long-term urban development reflects the ambition of a state that is preparing for the future. As Karnataka continues to compete globally for investments, initiatives to strengthen infrastructure, improve ease of doing business, and build a future-ready Bangalore, I think we have to invest, innovative, and grow. 50 years ago, BCIC was founded by visionary industrial leaders who believed Karnataka could become an industrial powerhouse. Bangalore was then known for its pleasant climate. Today, it is recognized around the world as a center for technology, manufacturing, innovation, and entrepreneurship. The transformation did not happen by chance. It was built by the entrepreneurs, industries, and institutions represented in this room. BCIC has not merely witnessed this journey, we have been an active partner in shaping it. As I reflected on what this milestone should stand to, I asked myself, what is the one theme that best captures both our legacy and our aspirations for the future? The answer was simple: empowering industry, envisioning tomorrow. It reflects who we are, what we have achieved over the past 50 years, and what we must continue to build together. As BCIC enters its next chapter, we are launching 12 landmark initiatives around the four strategic pillars. The first strategic pillar is expanding our global footprint. Building out on the success of our Japan initiatives, BCIC is planning a second office in Singapore. We are also strengthening our partnership with the city of Osaka and SMRJ to create new opportunities for MSMEs, startups, and exporters. Though the SMRJ BCIC Startup Portal was recently launched, we aim to connect more than 1,000 startups and MSMEs with Japanese companies, investors, and technology partners. We are also introducing BCIC Export Excellence Award to recognize companies that are taking Karnataka to global markets. Our objective is very simple: to help Karnataka companies across globe access global markets with greater confidence. The second pillar is championing policy and technology. Good policy must be supported by credible industry insights. BCIC is establishing a dedicated research cell to produce data-driven recommendations and white papers that will support evidence-based policy making. At the same time, we are also preparing the industry for the next wave of technological transformation through our AI and game tech conclaves. Artificial intelligence, as you know, is rapidly becoming a competitive necessity. BCIC will work with academic institutions and industry to develop AI talent, promote practical adoption, and connect skilled graduates with opportunities in manufacturing, engineering, defense, semiconductors, cybersecurity, and sustainability. We will also continue to promote Industry 4.0 and smart manufacturing so that Make in Karnataka remains synonymous with quality, productivity, and also innovation. Alongside AI, the green transition is reshaping global industry. Green manufacturing, circular economy practices, and ESG are no longer matters of compliance. They are becoming powerful competitive advantages. BCIC will continue to support industries in building the sustainable, future-ready businesses. Let's come to the third pillar, that is bridging academia and industry. India's demographic advantage will become meaningful only when education matches industry needs. And with UK getting education to Bangalore, and I think it's not very tough. Our Advanced Manufacturing Technology Center will bring leading companies such as Toyota, TVS, and other academic advisory boards. We are also launching programs in smart manufacturing, AI, and foreign language training in collaboration with universities. Together, these initiatives will help create a highly skilled, globally employable workforce in Karnataka. Coming to the fourth pillar, building a healthier workforce and a better Bangalore. Industrial growth must also improve quality of life. Cancer cases in Karnataka continues to rise every year. And as mentioned by our awardee today, BCIC is planning to partner with a leading cancer hospital to promote cancer awareness and preventive health screening for employees across industries. As part of our commitment to the city that has nurtured us for 5 decades, BCIC is also in talks with Indian Institute of Interior Design to create a meaningful public space for Bangalore. These initiatives reflect our belief that responsible industry contributes not only to economic growth but also to healthier communities and better cities. Ladies and gentlemen, India is moving confidently towards being a developed nation, and Karnataka will play a defining role in that journey. Government creates the enabling environment, industry creates jobs, innovation and prosperity. Institutions like BCIC bring these forces together by building partnerships, strengthening competitiveness, and preparing business for the future. As we celebrate our Golden Jubilee, we are not simply looking back at 50 successful years. We are laying the foundation for the next 50. Together, we will build stronger global partnerships, create future-ready talent, accelerate technology adoption, support exports, and make Karnataka an even more competitive destination for investment and innovation. As President of BCIC, I believe our responsibility extends beyond representing industry. It is to shape its future. Let us not wait for change to happen. Let us lead it. Let us empower the enterprise of today and build the industries of tomorrow. 50 years ago, visionary leaders built this institution we proudly celebrate today. It is now our responsibility to build the BCIC that future generations will celebrate 50 years from now. The best chapter of BCIC is not behind, it is ahead of us, and together we'll write it. I thank all the past presidents, the managing committee members, and all the BCIC members for their trust and continued support. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, and Jai BCIC.
Thank you, sir, and all the best for your tenure. So, and also we have with us, among us, we have our past president. Can we have K.R. Girish sir coming up on the stage to receive the felicitation from our office bearers, please? Can we have a huge round of applause to welcome him? Can we have our past president, K.R. Girish sir, onto the stage, please? Thank you so much for joining with us, sir. Come on, give me a huge, huge round of applause. We have our past president here, Mr. K.R. Girish. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I request all of you to please have your seat. And just to inform you guys, we are almost in the end of the segment. So get ready. So as we all come close to this end, let us first give a huge round of applause for all the speakers and our chief guest we had here today. And all the awardees, congratulations and thank you so much all of you for giving your precious time with us. And now, it's time to welcome Dr. Prashant Reddy, the Senior Vice President-elect BCIC, to deliver the concluding remarks and vote of thanks. So with a huge round of applause, let me welcome him.
Let me begin by thanking you all for being very patient and bearing us for the last 2 hours. So I'll keep it as short as possible. Honorable guests, special invitees, members, representatives from various consulates, chambers of commerce and friends from the media. Namaste, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my distinct honor and privilege to propose this vote of thanks on behalf of the successful conclusion of our 49th annual general meeting. The full house reflects the strength of the chamber and it shows how we are growing strong and strong. I would like to extend our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, guests of honor, keynote speaker, for sharing their vision and profound insights, giving us clear roadmap for the year ahead that truly inspired our business fraternity. On this momentous occasion, I thank all the distinguished personalities who joined us today for giving us the opportunity to felicitate them for their yeoman contribution to the society and the nation. A strong chamber relies on strong leadership, and I place on record my deepest gratitude to my fellow office bearers, Mr. Prashant Gokhale, Mr. K. Ravi, Mr. Vinit Verma, to all the MC members and the expert committees for the support and relentless enthusiasm in successfully carrying out the activities during the year. Furthermore, BCIC could not have achieved these milestones without the lineage of our past presidents who have built this incredible legacy over the years. We express our immense gratitude to the leaders of expert committees for their technical expertise and strategic guidance that has been pivotal in driving various programs, flagship event, awards, and policy advocacy initiatives of the Chamber this year. You are the intellectual engine of our organization, and we truly thank you for your unwavering support. We also highly value our global and local networks. Thanks to all the consulate officers and the partner chambers of commerce for collaborating with us and presenting unified representations to the government. We acknowledge the presence of Suma Reddy, the FKCCA president, the other Labu Udyog and other industry associations who are here for this evening. On behalf of BCIC, I express our sincere gratitude to our valued sponsors and partners for their belief in our vision that has been the driving force behind the Chamber's success. Your continued support and patronage to BCIC is deeply appreciated. My heartfelt thanks to all the esteemed members. Your enthusiastic participation and unwavering support make BCIC the strong, unified voice of business that it is. I also extend my gratitude to our media partners for their excellent coverage and wonderful coordination. A hearty round of applause to the dedicated secretariat team who have worked tirelessly behind the screen to make this evening seamless. Would like to take this opportunity to thank the team Sheraton, who not only put us at ease but also for their lovely food and hospitality which we are going to enjoy a few minutes later. We look forward to many more occasions and partnership with the team Sheraton. Thank you all once again for being with us. And before I request that we proceed for our networking dinner, I think we have the national anthem before that, and I would like to use this to say thank you, Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you, sir, for the beautiful remarks. So now I request all of you to please stand up and pay respect for the national anthem.
मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Bolo Bharat Mata ki. Thank you so much all of you for being a wonderful audience. And just announcement, small announcement, members, MC members, sponsors and our past presidents, we would like to request and please collect your saplings here. So we have saplings for you to take you home. So MC members, sponsors and past presidents, please collect the saplings to the right side of the stage. And thank you so much. And we're going to meet in other event. And this was a crazy, beautiful event because of all of your presence. Thank you so much for making it happen. For the entire technical team and the hotel staff, everybody. And we'll see you all in the next event. And until then, me, myself, Janaki Narayan, signing off for tonight. Thank you, everybody.